Today, via this video series 43, I would like to explain the sales turnover method with a numerical example. We are aware that the sales turnover method is used for assessing the working capital limit of a business enterprise. This was introduced in the banking system in 1993. This was based on a recommendation given by a committee headed by Mr. P.R. Nayak, who was the Executive Director of Reserve Bank of India. Based on this method, the projected sales is the basis for arriving at the credit limit. This method I would like to explain with a numerical. Here the starting point is the projected sales. So since the projected sales is the basis on which this limit is arrived at, the bank has to ensure about the achievability of the projected sales. This can be easily understood in case of a running business. If the business enterprise has got a past record of 2 to 3 years, the bank can verify what exactly was the growth in sales achieved during the last 3 years or 2 years. This can be verified from the profit and loss account statement of the business enterprise or from the GST returns. Once the bank is satisfied that the business can achieve a projected sales, let us assume that the unit projects a sales of 100 lakhs for the next year. We know that the working capital cycle assumed in case of a sales turnover method is 3 months, which means the cash to cash cycle or the operating cycle or the working cycle, every 3 months cash becomes cash. So if you take it in 12 months, this happens 4 times. That means the gross working capital requirement will be equal to 25% of the projected sales. When I say gross working capital, we are aware that gross working capital means the investment that the unit has to make in current assets to ensure uninterrupted production and uninterrupted sales. For that, the gross working capital is assumed at 25% of the projected sales. That means he requires an investment of 25 lakhs in the current assets. Having understood it, the minimum margin the business enterprise has to bring in for the working capital is prescribed at 5% of the projected sales. Here it works out to rupees 5 lakhs. So this is the 25% is what is required to be made investment in current asset, and 5% is brought in as margin by the business enterprise. So naturally, the working capital finance will be equal to 20% of the projected sales, which works out to rupees 20 lakhs. This is based on that assumption that the business enterprise brings in 5% of the projected sales as margin for working capital. There may be some cases where the business enterprise is capable of bringing more than 5%. Let us assume that the actual margin brought in by the business enterprise is rupees 7 lakhs. In which case, the working capital finance will be worked out like this. 25 minus 5 is 20 lakhs, or 25 minus 7, 18 lakhs. Whichever is less will be the working capital finance. In this case, it is 18 lakhs. The unit is eligible for working capital limit of 20 lakhs, provided they brought in the minimum margin. But in this case, the business enterprise is bringing more than what is required to be brought in. So naturally, we will deduct the actual amount brought in by the business enterprise. If it is more than the minimum, that will be deducted. So in this case, the eligible working capital finance will be 18 lakhs. But there are some business enterprises who are unable to bring in the minimum margin. Say for example, in this case, the unit brings in only 3 lakhs. Because most of the units in the micro and small enterprises will not be able to bring in the minimum stipulated margin. In such cases, as per the Nayak committee recommendations, a minimum working capital finance of 20% of the projected sales should be sanctioned, and every month the drawings in that account should be regulated based on the stock and book debt statement. So he will have a sanction limit of 20% of the projected sales, but every month, whatever may be the investment in the current asset, say the stock statement and the book debt statement will give you what is the investment in the stock as well as the trade receivables. Based on that, the drawings in that account every month has to be regulated. So we have now understood how the limit for working capital finance is arrived at in a sales turnover method. It is a very simple one. It is based on the projected sales. Bank has to be satisfied as to the achievability of the projected sales. Number two, the cycle assumed is 3 months. So naturally, the gross working capital or the investment in current assets should be 25% of the projected sales. It has to bring in minimum 5% of the projected sales. If it brings in the 25 minus 5%, 20% will be the working capital finance. In case they are capable of bringing more than what is required to be brought in, deduct that and arrive at the limit. Suppose they are unable to bring even the minimum margin, bank has to sanction minimum 20% of the projected turnover as a limit, and the bank has to regulate the drawings in that account based on the stock and book debt statement to be collected from the business enterprise every month. I think you have understood, and this is a very simple method of assessing the working capital limit. And I had told you earlier, in case of micro and small up to 5 crore, most of the banks do follow the sales turnover method for assessing the working capital limit. In case of non-micro and non-small industries, what the banks do is up to 2 crore. They follow the sales turnover method, but it is not a rule because it varies from bank to bank depending upon their lending policy. I hope you have understood this method of assessing the working capital limit based on sales turnover method. In the next video, let us discuss the cash budget method with a numerical example. If you have understood it and liked it, press the like button and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.